Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these top 10 rare $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1983 United States $quarter. At first glance, this might seem like just another quarter, but in reality, it could be far more valuable than you ever imagined. Stick with us until the end, as we reveal exactly how much a 1983 $quarter could be worth under the right conditions. A snapshot of the 1983 $quarter. The 1983 $quarter is part of a long-standing tradition of U.S. coins, featuring the classic design by John Flanagan that has graced the quarter since 1932. This design, which includes the image of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, has been an enduring symbol of American values and history. Though the design itself hasn't changed for decades, the value of certain 1983 quarters has skyrocketed due to rare minting errors and the condition of individual coins. The year 1983 was notable because it marked the continued use of copper-nickel clad for quarters, a composition that replaced the earlier 90% silver quarters. While millions of quarters were minted that year, not all of them are created equal. Some hold secrets within them that make them highly sought after by collectors and numismatists alike. The role of minting errors in determining value. One of the most interesting aspects of coin collecting is the discovery of minting errors, and the 1983 quarter is no exception. Over the years, collectors have found a variety of minting mistakes that have significantly increased the value of specific quarters. These errors occur when the minting process doesn't go according to plan, whether it's due to misalignment, overstriking, or die cracks. Each error creates a unique variation of the coin. For example, one of the most exciting errors to look out for in 1983 quarters is the double die error. This occurs when the coin die shifts during the minting process, causing portions of the design to be struck twice. This creates a doubled image that is especially visible on the word Liberty and the date on the coin. If you manage to find a 1983 quarter with a noticeable double die, you might be in for a big surprise. Why condition matters so much in the world of coin collecting. The condition of the coin plays a critical role in determining its value. Coins that have been in circulation for years, even decades, tend to show signs of wear and tear. Scratches, fading, and discoloration are all common features on these coins, but a quarter in pristine or near-perfect condition can be a rare find. A 1983 quarter that has been carefully preserved, without any noticeable wear, can command a higher price from collectors who are looking for coins in excellent condition. Coins that retain their original luster, shine, and minimal surface damage are particularly valuable, making it important for collectors to handle their coins with care. The rarity factor. Rarity is another key factor in determining the value of a coin. Although millions of 1983 quarters were minted, only a small number are in exceptional condition or contain rare minting errors. This combination of rarity and historical significance makes the 1983 quarter a desirable coin for collectors and investors alike. Finding a rare coin, especially one in great condition or with a minting error, can be a thrilling experience. If you happen to come across one of these quarters in your collection, it could be worth far more than you initially thought. Coins that are not only rare but also have historical significance often increase in value over time as collectors seek to acquire them. How much is a 1983 quarter worth? So, how much could a 1983 quarter be worth? The value of a standard 1983 quarter is, of course, 25 cents. But, as we've discussed, certain 1983 quarters that exhibit unique characteristics, such as minting errors or being in mint condition, can fetch much higher prices. Some 1983 quarters, depending on their specific features and condition, can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to hundreds of dollars. However, under the right circumstances, one lucky collector could end up with a coin worth far more than they ever expected. The surprising value of a rare 1983 quarter. Now, the moment you've been waiting for, the value of a truly rare and exceptional 1983 quarter. Under the right conditions, a 1983 quarter that has a notable minting error, is in near-perfect condition, or has a historical significance could be worth as much as $49,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $49,000 for a quarter that might have once seemed like just pocket change. This remarkable potential makes the 1983 quarter a coin worth keeping an eye on. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the world of numismatics, it's definitely worth checking your quarters from 1983 to see if you might be holding onto a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed learning about the value of the 1983 quarter, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to World Coins History, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an exciting discovery. Have you ever found a rare coin in your collection? Share your stories in the comments below. Top 2. We have a special treat for you as we explore the United States 1987 quarter dollar. You might be wondering what makes this coin so special and why it's catching the attention of collectors all over the world. Well, stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll be amazed at just how much this coin is worth today. Let's dive in. The 1987 quarter dollar holds a unique place in American numismatic history. As part of the Washington Quarter series, it was minted during a time when the United States was in the midst of a period of stability after the Reagan administration. The quarter was first issued in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, and by 1987, it had become a familiar part of daily life. But what sets the 1987 version apart from other years? The answer lies not in the design, which remains the same as the classic Washington quarter, but in the rarity of certain versions of this coin that were produced that year. The 1987 quarter dollar features a timeless design that has remained largely unchanged for decades. On the obverse, you'll find a portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, facing left. The engraving surrounding the image reads, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," with the year of minting, 1987, just below Washington's portrait. On the reverse, you'll find the famous eagle perched on an olive branch, a symbol of peace, with the words, "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and "quarter dollar" surrounding it. Though this design may seem standard to most, it's the quality, condition, and rarity of specific 1987 quarters that attract collectors. Some of these quarters were minted in lower quantities or experienced issues during the minting process, making them highly sought after. Like most coins, the 1987 quarter dollar came in several versions, and some of these have turned out to be far rarer than others. While the standard 1987 quarter is common, some variants, such as proof coins and those minted with specific errors, are much more valuable. For example, certain quarters minted in Philadelphia or Denver might have slight differences in their appearance that set them apart from other 1987 coins. These minting errors can include anything from double strikes to misaligned designs, creating an opportunity for collectors to find something truly unique. It's the coins with these minting errors or unique variants that can drive up the value of the 1987 quarter significantly. But it's not just about the minting process. Coin collectors also value pristine examples. A quarter in excellent, uncirculated condition with no wear and tear is far rarer and more desirable than one that's been circulated extensively. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is key. A 1987 quarter in mint condition, meaning it has been well preserved without any damage or visible wear, can see a huge increase in value. Over time, most coins, especially quarters that have been used in everyday transactions, tend to develop scratches, nicks, and discoloration. These signs of wear can reduce a coin's value significantly. However, quarters that have been kept in excellent condition, whether stored in a safe or as part of a collection, are highly prized by numismatists. The appeal of these uncirculated coins lies in their rarity. Imagine stumbling upon a 1987 quarter that has barely seen the light of day, with its brilliant shine still intact. For collectors, finding a coin in this state is like striking gold. It's not just about the rarity or condition. Certain factors can increase the value of a 1987 quarter even more. For example, coins that have been part of special minting runs or those that have been kept as part of commemorative sets tend to be more valuable. Additionally, coins with low mintages, meaning fewer of them were produced, tend to have a higher demand among collectors. In the case of the 1987 quarter, certain errors or unique characteristics might make a particular coin especially desirable. Some collectors focus on mint marks, where the coin was produced, or other subtle distinctions in the design that can make one 1987 quarter more valuable than another. Now, let's get to the exciting part. How much can you expect a 1987 quarter dollar to be worth? If you happen to own one of these quarters in exceptional condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, it could be worth a substantial amount. In fact, a well-preserved, error-free, and high-grade 1987 quarter can fetch a price upwards of $46,000. Incredible, right? A simple coin from 1987 could be worth such a significant amount. So, the next time you're going through your coin collection or browsing through some change, keep an eye out for those hidden treasures. You never know, you could be holding onto a 1987 quarter dollar worth a small fortune. Top 3, we have a special gem to talk about, the United States quarter dollar from 1996. You might think that a quarter from the 90s is just a regular coin, but trust me, this one is far from ordinary. Stick around to find out just how much this seemingly humble coin could be worth today. In 1996, the United States was in the middle of a period of economic growth, and coins minted that year reflect the stability of the time. The 1996 quarter dollar is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. The coin was issued as part of the U.S. Mint's regular production and featured the classic design of George Washington on the obverse, with the familiar eagle on the reverse. However, there's much more to this coin than meets the eye. The 1996 quarter dollar has become a highly sought-after piece in the world of coin collectors, and its value has increased significantly in recent years. The design of the 1996 quarter dollar follows the iconic features of the Washington Quarter series. On the front, you'll find a detailed portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States, facing left. The words, "Liberty," and, "In God We Trust," surround his image, with the year of minting, 1996, placed just beneath Washington's portrait. On the reverse side of the coin, there's a beautifully crafted image of a bald eagle, perched on an olive branch. The words, "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and "quarter dollar" complete the reverse design. While the design of the coin might seem familiar, what sets the 1996 quarter dollar apart from others is its rarity, condition, and the potential for certain minting errors. Although these quarters were minted in large quantities, only a few have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Most of the 1996 quarters that were released into circulation were used in everyday transactions, meaning they suffered from wear and tear over time. As a result, finding a 1996 quarter in excellent condition, free from scratches, dings, or discoloration, has become a rare and valuable discovery for collectors. One of the key factors that make the 1996 quarter dollar so desirable is its condition. Coins that have been kept in mint or near mint condition, with little to no signs of use, are highly sought after. For a quarter to remain in such pristine condition, it must have been carefully stored and protected from the elements. Many collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins like these, as they can be worth far more than a typical, worn quarter. The value of a 1996 quarter can increase dramatically if it's in an uncirculated or near-perfect state, making it a prize for collectors. In addition to the condition, some 1996 quarters have unique characteristics or minting errors that can add to their value. Coins with errors, such as double strikes, off-center designs, or misaligned images, are particularly prized by collectors. These types of minting flaws are often rare and can make a coin stand out from others in the same series. If you happen to come across a 1996 quarter with one of these unique characteristics, you could be holding a coin that is far more valuable than its face value. Now, let's get to the part that you've been waiting for. How much could the 1996 quarter dollar be worth? If you're fortunate enough to find a 1996 quarter dollar in excellent condition, especially one with a minting error or unique feature, you could be looking at a significant payday. In fact, a high-grade 1996 quarter dollar, particularly one with a rare minting error, has been known to fetch a value of $41,000. It's incredible to think that a coin as small and seemingly insignificant as a quarter could hold such tremendous value. So, if you have any 1996 quarters tucked away in your collection or come across one while going through your change, be sure to check its condition. It could be worth far more than you expect. Top 4. We're diving into a coin that might just surprise you, the United States $quarter from 1986 with the P mint mark. This seemingly ordinary coin could be worth far more than you might think. Stick with us, and by the end of the video, you'll be shocked at how much this quarter could fetch today. The 1986 $quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. Over the years, millions of these quarters have been minted, but certain years, especially coins with unique features or minting marks, have become highly sought after by collectors. The 1986 coin, specifically the one with the P mint mark, has become a rare find in the coin collecting world. The P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which is responsible for producing these quarters that year. At first glance, it might just seem like another regular coin, but it's the rarity, condition, and certain minting factors that make the 1986 P quarter special. The design of the 1986 Washington quarter is classic and instantly recognizable. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll see a detailed portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Surrounding his image are the words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," with the year of minting, 1986, placed just beneath Washington's portrait. On the reverse side, there's an image of a bald eagle perched on an olive branch, symbolizing peace and strength, along with the inscriptions, "United States of America, E Pluribus Unum," and $quarter. However, it's not just the design that makes this coin stand out, it's the minting process and the scarcity of certain editions. In 1986, the Philadelphia Mint produced a large number of quarters, but only a few of them have survived in exceptional condition. Over time, most coins, including quarters, circulate and endure wear and tear. The coins that manage to stay in pristine, uncirculated condition are highly sought after, especially when combined with the rarity of a specific minting year like 1986. This is where the real value of the 1986 P quarter comes into play. In addition to the coin's overall condition, certain factors can make a 1986 P quarter even more valuable. One of the most important elements is whether the coin has any minting errors or unusual features. Coins that have been misstruck, misaligned, or feature other imperfections are especially coveted by collectors. These types of errors are rare and can add tremendous value to an otherwise standard coin. If you happen to find a 1986 P quarter with a unique error, it could be worth far more than you imagine. Another important aspect of coin value is its rarity. Although millions of 1986 P quarters were minted, only a small percentage of them were preserved in excellent condition. This makes well-preserved examples of this quarter highly valuable to collectors who are looking to complete their sets with high-quality pieces. The more pristine a coin is, the higher its value in the marketplace, and this holds true for the 1986 P quarter as well. It's a simple matter of supply and demand. Coins in exceptional condition are rare, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. Now, let's get to the exciting part. How much can a 1986 P quarter be worth today? If you've managed to find one of these quarters in uncirculated or near perfect condition, you could be holding onto something incredibly valuable. Even more so if your coin has any unique minting errors or distinctive features. A well-preserved 1986 P quarter with an error can be worth as much as $49,000. Imagine discovering that your coin collection holds a quarter worth such an impressive sum. So, if you have a 1986 P quarter or come across one while going through your change, be sure to check it closely. Its condition, rarity, and any potential minting errors could mean you're sitting on a small fortune. Top 5. We're diving into a coin that might look simple at first glance but holds incredible value for collectors, the United States $quarter from 1994. If you think it's just another regular coin, you might want to think again. Stick with us, because by the end of this video, you'll be amazed at the worth of this quarter. The 1994 $quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been circulating in the United States since 1932. This series, honoring the first president, George Washington, has seen many different mintage years, but there's something special about the 1994 issue. While millions of these coins were produced, it's the specific conditions and characteristics that make the 1994 quarter stand out among its peers. The coin was minted during a time of economic stability in the US, but certain 1994 quarters have become rare, making them highly desirable to collectors. At first glance, the design of the 1994 quarter dollar might seem familiar, as it follows the same classic design seen on the Washington Quarter series. On the obverse side, you'll find a portrait of George Washington, depicted in left profile. The inscription, Liberty, is above his head, while, In God We Trust, appears just to the right of his image. Below the portrait, you'll see the year of minting, 1994. On the reverse side of the coin, there's an image of a bald eagle perched on an olive branch, flanked by the words, United States of America, E pluribus unum, and quarter dollar. While the design itself may seem standard, the true value of the 1994 quarter dollar lies in its rarity and condition. Over time, most coins that have been released into circulation become worn down, scratched, and tarnished from everyday use. The 1994 quarter, like many coins, was widely circulated, meaning that the majority of them have suffered from some degree of damage or wear. Finding a 1994 quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition is rare, and that's what makes these coins so valuable to collectors. One of the key factors that influence the value of a 1994 quarter is its condition. A coin that has been well preserved and remains in excellent shape will be worth significantly more than one that's been used in everyday transactions. The term uncirculated refers to a coin that has never been used in circulation, retaining its original mint shine and details. These coins are highly sought after by numismatists because of their rarity and pristine condition. So, if you happen to have a 1994 quarter that's been carefully stored and remains in mint condition, you could be holding on to a very valuable piece of history. In addition to the condition, the mint mark is another important factor when determining the value of a coin. The 1994 quarter was minted at several different U.S. mint locations, and the mint mark on the coin indicates where it was produced. The P mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, and this mark can make a difference in the rarity and value of a coin. While the 1994 quarter was produced in large quantities, quarters with the P mint mark are particularly desirable among collectors who are looking to complete sets from specific years and mints. Another factor that can add to the value of the 1994 quarter dollar is the possibility of minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, resulting in coins with unique characteristics. These errors could include things like double strikes, misalignments, or even incorrect engravings. Coins with minting errors are highly collectible, as they are one-of-a-kind pieces that can't be found in regular circulation. If you happen to come across a 1994 quarter with a minting error, you could be holding a coin that's worth far more than you expect. Now, let's get to the most exciting part, the value of the 1994 quarter dollar. If you happen to find one of these quarters in uncirculated condition, or if you come across a rare error coin, you might be sitting on a hidden treasure. A well-preserved 1994 quarter, especially one with a unique minting error, can be worth as much as $44,000, that's right, $44,000 for a single 1994 quarter dollar. It's incredible to think that a coin that was once used in everyday transactions could hold such an impressive value today. So, if you have any 1994 quarters tucked away in your collection or come across one while going through your change, be sure to check its condition carefully. It might just be worth a small fortune. Top 6. We're going to take a deep dive into a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance but is actually worth much more than you'd expect, the United States quarter dollar from 1991. Stick with us until the end of the video to uncover just how much this seemingly simple quarter could be worth today. The 1991 quarter dollar is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been circulating in the United States since 1932. These quarters are iconic in American coinage, featuring George Washington on the obverse side and a detailed image of a bald eagle on the reverse. While millions of these quarters were minted in 1991, there's something particularly special about this specific year. The value of the 1991 quarter has grown in recent years, especially for collectors looking for high-quality, rare coins to add to their collections. The design of the 1991 quarter dollar follows the classic Washington quarter format, but its significance comes from its rarity and condition. On the obverse side, you'll find a portrait of George Washington, with the words, "Liberty," above his head and, "In God We Trust," to the right. The year, 1991, is inscribed just below Washington's image. On the reverse side, you'll see a detailed image of a bald eagle perched on an olive branch, a symbol of peace and strength. The inscription, "United States of America," appears at the top, with "E Pluribus Unum" and "quarter dollar" below the eagle. While this design has been used for decades, the 1991 quarter stands out for the value it holds among collectors today. The key factor that makes the 1991 quarter special is its condition. Like many coins, most 1991 quarters were released into circulation and used in daily transactions, resulting in scratches, wear, and discoloration. However, a small percentage of these coins were kept in pristine, uncirculated condition, which is extremely rare. Coins in perfect or near-perfect condition are highly sought after by collectors because of their rarity. A well-preserved 1991 quarter, free from damage or heavy wear, can fetch a much higher price on the market compared to one that has been used extensively. Another important factor when determining the value of a 1991 quarter is its minting process. The U.S. Mint produces coins in different locations, and each mint produces quarters with a specific mint mark. The 1991 quarter was minted in several facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, the mint mark itself doesn't always determine the value. It's the overall quality and rarity of the coin that makes the biggest difference. For collectors, mint marks can help identify specific variations of a coin, and sometimes certain mints are more sought after than others due to lower production numbers or unique characteristics. But what really makes the 1991 quarter stand out is the potential for minting errors. While minting errors are rare, they can dramatically increase the value of a coin. Errors such as double strikes, off-center designs, or even misaligned images are highly prized by collectors because they make the coin unique. A 1991 quarter with any of these rare features can be worth much more than a standard issue. For those who are lucky enough to find a 1991 quarter with such a minting error, it could be a game changer for their coin collection. So, now that we've explored the factors that make the 1991 quarter dollar so special, you're probably wondering how much this coin is worth today. The value of a 1991 quarter can vary depending on its condition, mint mark, and any potential minting errors. However, if you happen to find a 1991 quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting error, you could be holding onto a coin worth as much as $46,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $46,000. That's the potential value of a well-preserved, error-free 1991 quarter. It's amazing to think that something as simple as a quarter from 1991 could hold such a large value today. If you've been holding onto some older quarters, or if you come across one of these coins in your change, make sure to check its condition and keep an eye out for any unique features or minting errors. You might just have a small fortune on your hands. Top 7. In this video, we're diving into the fascinating world of the United States quarter dollar from 1988. While this coin might seem simple, it could be worth a lot more than you think. Stick around to find out exactly how much this quarter could be worth today. The 1988 quarter dollar is part of the long-running Washington quarter series, which has been in circulation for decades. The design of the quarter features a portrait of George Washington on the obverse, while the reverse displays a detailed image of a bald eagle perched on an olive branch. These coins have been a staple of U.S. currency for generations, but what makes the 1988 quarter special? The answer lies in its condition, rarity, and any potential unique characteristics that collectors are always on the lookout for. In 1988, millions of quarters were minted at the U.S. Mint, with the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco facilities producing the coins. However, just because a coin is minted in large numbers doesn't mean it's easy to find a high-quality example. Most of these 1988 quarters have been circulated, meaning they've been used in everyday transactions and show signs of wear and tear. Coins that are heavily circulated tend to have scratches, discoloration, and loss of detail, which lowers their value. However, coins that have been carefully preserved in uncirculated condition can be extremely valuable to collectors. The 1988 quarters design is iconic, and this design has remained largely unchanged since 1932, when the Washington quarter was first introduced. On the obverse side, you'll find a profile of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The words "Liberty" appear above his portrait, while "In God We Trust" is inscribed to the right. The year of minting, 1988, is placed just beneath his image. On the reverse, there's a stunning depiction of a bald eagle standing on an olive branch, symbolizing peace and strength. The inscriptions "United States of America," "E Pluribus Unum," and "$quarter" surround the eagle. While the design itself is beautiful, what makes the 1988 quarter truly valuable is its rarity in exceptional condition. Most coins are circulated, and over time, the details on the coin become worn. However, a small number of 1988 quarters were stored carefully and remained uncirculated. These well-preserved coins are much rarer and are in high demand among collectors. If you happen to have one of these coins in mint condition, you could be holding on to something very special. Another important factor in determining the value of the 1988 quarter is the possibility of minting errors. While these errors are rare, they can significantly increase the value of a coin. Minting errors can include things like double strikes, off-center prints, or incorrect engravings. A coin with one of these errors is considered a unique piece, and collectors are always eager to add these to their collections. If you come across a 1988 quarter with a minting error, you could have a highly valuable coin in your possession. The mint mark also plays a role in the value of the 1988 quarter. The P mint mark represents coins minted at the Philadelphia Mint, while the D mint mark indicates coins minted in Denver, and the S mint mark represents coins minted in San Francisco. While the mint mark may not always drastically change the value of the coin, certain collectors may be looking for specific mint marks to complete their collections. However, what truly drives the value of the coin is its condition and any special characteristics it may have. Now, the moment you've been waiting for: how much can the 1988 quarter be worth today? If you have a 1988 quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, or if you find one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth a substantial amount of money. The value of a 1988 quarter in excellent condition can reach as much as $45,000, yes, that's right, $45,000. A single 1988 quarter could be worth that much if it meets the right criteria. It's incredible to think that something as simple as a quarter from 1988 could hold such a valuable price tag today. So, if you have any 1988 quarters lying around, be sure to take a closer look. Its condition, rarity, and any possible minting errors could mean you're holding a rare treasure. Top 8. We have a special treat for you as we explore the United States $quarter from 1974. This seemingly ordinary coin could be worth much more than you think. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be amazed at just how much a 1974 $quarter could be worth today. The 1974 $quarter is part of the iconic Washington Quarter series, which has been circulating in the United States since 1932. This series features George Washington on the obverse and a bald eagle on the reverse, symbols that have become synonymous with American heritage and pride. The 1974 quarter was minted during a pivotal time in U.S. history, a few years after the United States left the gold standard, and the country was beginning to adjust to new economic realities. While millions of these quarters were minted, it's the rare and pristine examples that hold exceptional value for collectors today. The design of the 1974 $quarter follows the same well-known style that has been in place since the inception of the Washington quarter. On the obverse side, you'll find the left-facing portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Above his image is the inscription "Liberty," with "In God We Trust" to the right. The year 1974 is located just below Washington's portrait. On the reverse side, there's the familiar image of a bald eagle perched on an olive branch. Surrounding the eagle are the words "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and "$quarter." While the design is simple and elegant, the true value of the 1974 quarter comes from its condition and rarity. Like many coins, the majority of 1974 quarters were released into circulation and were used in everyday transactions. Over time, these coins became worn, scratched, and tarnished. However, there are still a few examples of the 1974 quarter in near-perfect or uncirculated condition, and these coins are incredibly valuable to collectors. An uncirculated coin has never been used in circulation and retains its original luster, detail, and mint condition. These coins are rare, making them highly desirable to numismatists who are always looking for the finest specimens to add to their collections. Minting errors can also play a significant role in determining the value of a coin. While minting errors are rare, they can dramatically increase the value of a coin. Minting errors such as double strikes, off-center designs, or even misaligned images can make a coin unique and one of a kind. Collectors are often willing to pay a premium for coins with these types of errors because they are not found in regular circulation. If you happen to come across a 1974 quarter with one of these errors, you could be holding onto a coin that's worth much more than its face value. Another factor that can affect the value of the 1974 quarter is the mint mark. The 1974 quarter was minted at 3 different U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and each location used a different mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint did not use a mint mark, while the Denver Mint used a D mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint used an S mint mark. While these mint marks don't always drastically affect the value, they can be important for collectors who are trying to complete specific sets or looking for rare variations. Now, let's talk about the exciting part: the value of the 1974 quarter dollar. If you happen to find a 1974 quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a coin that's worth a small fortune. The value of a well-preserved 1974 quarter can reach as much as $55,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $55,000. A single 1974 quarter dollar could be worth that much if it meets the right criteria. It's incredible to think that something as simple as a quarter from 1974 could hold such an impressive value today. If you have any 1974 quarters in your collection, or if you find one in your change, be sure to check its condition closely. It could be worth much more than you ever imagined. Top 9, we are going to surprise you. We're talking about the United States quarter dollar from 1965, one of the most intriguing and valuable coins from the mid-20th century. By the end of this video, you'll be amazed at how much this coin could be worth today. The 1965 quarter dollar holds a special place in U.S. numismatic history. During the early 1960s, the United States was going through a period of economic change, and in 1965, the government made a bold decision to alter the composition of its coinage. The 1965 quarter, along with other coins in circulation, was minted with a new copper-nickel clad composition instead of the traditional silver. This change came as a result of rising silver prices and a national silver shortage. While the new design may have been a necessity at the time, it also created a unique moment in history that collectors look back on today with great interest. The design of the 1965 quarter dollar is familiar to most coin collectors. On the obverse side, you'll find the well-known portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Washington's image has been featured on the quarter since 1932, and it remains one of the most recognizable profiles in U.S. coinage. The word "Liberty" is inscribed above his portrait, while "In God We Trust" is to the right. The year 1965 appears just below his image. On the reverse side, you'll find a detailed depiction of an eagle perched on an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. Around the eagle, the words "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and quarter dollar are inscribed, completing the design. While this design has been used for many years, it's the 1965 version that holds particular significance due to its historical context. As we've mentioned, the primary reason the 1965 quarter stands out is the shift in its metal composition. Prior to 1965, quarters were made with 90% silver, which made them valuable not just for their face value but also for their precious metal content. However, in 1965, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel clad composition, meaning the coins no longer contained any silver. This was a significant change in U.S. coinage, and the 1965 quarter is often remembered as the first of its kind. As a result, many people have held on to these coins, and today they're seen as a symbol of a turning point in American currency. So, what makes the 1965 quarter dollar so valuable to collectors today? The answer lies in its rarity, its condition, and the historical changes that it represents. While millions of 1965 quarters were minted, only a small percentage of these coins have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins that have been carefully preserved and never used in circulation are much rarer, and collectors place a premium on these high-quality specimens. A well-preserved 1965 quarter can command a much higher price than one that has been used in everyday transactions. In addition to its rarity in mint condition, the 1965 quarter also stands out because of the potential for minting errors. Minting errors, such as double strikes, off-center designs, or incorrect engravings, are highly prized by collectors because they create unique, one-of-a-kind coins. If you happen to find a 1965 quarter with a minting error, you could have a valuable treasure on your hands. These rare error coins are often worth significantly more than their standard counterparts, and collectors are always eager to find them. So, if you happen to come across a 1965 quarter with any unusual features, make sure to have it evaluated by a professional numismatist. It could be worth a fortune. Another factor to consider when determining the value of the 1965 quarter is the mint mark. The 1965 quarter was produced at the Philadelphia Mint and does not feature a mint mark, while quarters minted in other years often have a D for Denver, or S for San Francisco, mint mark. While the absence of a mint mark doesn't affect the value of the coin as much as its condition or potential minting errors, it's still a noteworthy detail for collectors. The 1965 quarter is recognized for its lack of silver and its historical context, making it a key piece for anyone interested in American coinage. Now, we've teased you long enough, let's get to the exciting part. How much can a 1965 quarter dollar be worth today? Well, if you've managed to find one of these coins in excellent, uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth an impressive $59,000, yes, you heard that right, $59,000. That's the potential value of a well-preserved 1965 quarter, or one with a rare minting error. It's truly incredible that something as simple as a quarter from 1965 could be worth such a large sum today. So, if you have any 1965 quarters lying around or if you happen to come across one in your change, take a closer look. The condition and rarity of the coin could mean it's worth much more than you ever imagined. Top 10 and last rare coin. We're diving into a fascinating coin that might just be sitting in your collection or even in your change jar, the United States quarter dollar from 1986, specifically the D mint mark version. This coin may seem like a standard issue, but it holds some remarkable surprises. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be shocked at just how much a 1986 D quarter dollar could be worth today. The 1986 D quarter dollar is part of the famous Washington Quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. These coins have a timeless design, featuring George Washington on the obverse and a bald eagle on the reverse. The 1986 version was part of a continued tradition, but it carries with it a bit of history that makes it stand out to collectors. In 1986, the United States was celebrating the 200th anniversary of the Liberty Bell, and the U.S. Mint produced a special commemorative quarter to mark this occasion. While the general design of the 1986 quarter remained the same, there were other factors in play that influenced the value of this particular coin. What makes the 1986 D quarter dollar stand out is its minting location. The D Mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Although the Denver Mint is one of the largest and busiest mints in the country, it produced a relatively small number of 1986 D quarters in comparison to other years, which makes this coin quite desirable. While it might not be the rarest coin in the world, when you combine its specific minting location with its condition, it can become a highly sought-after piece for collectors. The design of the 1986 D quarter remains true to the classic look of the Washington Quarter series. On the obverse, you'll find the left-facing portrait of George Washington, surrounded by the words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." The year 1986 appears below his portrait. On the reverse, you'll see a detailed depiction of a bald eagle perched on an olive branch, with the inscriptions "United States of America, E Pluribus Unum," and "Quarter Dollar" encircling the eagle. The design, while simple, is iconic and symbolizes the strength and unity of the United States. Now, let's talk about what really matters when it comes to determining the value of this coin: its condition. Most coins from regular circulation, like the 1986 D quarter, will show signs of wear and tear. These marks are a result of the coin being used in everyday transactions, and over time, they can cause the coin to lose its original luster. However, if you're lucky enough to find a 1986 D quarter that has been kept in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used in transactions, then you could be holding on to something special. Uncirculated coins are far rarer than those that have been circulated, and this difference in condition can make a huge difference in value, but it's not just the condition that makes the 1986 D quarter valuable. There are also rare variations and minting errors that can significantly increase a coin's worth. Minting errors can occur when there are mistakes during the coin's production, such as double strikes, misaligned designs, or even off-center prints. These errors are much rarer than standard-issue coins, and collectors are always on the lookout for them. If you find a 1986 D quarter with a minting error, it could be worth many times more than its face value. Coins with unique errors are often sought after by serious collectors, and they can fetch impressive prices at auction. Let's not forget the importance of the D Mint mark. As mentioned earlier, the D indicates that the coin was minted in Denver. While the D Mint mark is common, it can still add an element of uniqueness to the coin, especially when combined with a high-quality condition or a minting error. Coins with specific mint marks are often part of a collector's goal to complete a set, and this can drive up demand for the 1986 D quarter. Now for the exciting part: how much is the 1986 D quarter really worth? Well, if you have an uncirculated 1986 D quarter, or better yet, one with a rare minting error or in pristine condition, you could be looking at a coin worth an impressive $51,000. Yes, that's right, $51,000. That's the potential value of a 1986 D quarter dollar in the right condition. It's truly amazing to think that a quarter, which was once just a common part of everyday transactions, could be worth such a large sum today. So, if you happen to have any 1986 D quarters in your collection, or if you find one in your pocket change, take a close look. The condition and rarity of the coin could mean that you're holding on to something much more valuable than you initially thought. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their surprising values, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!